You're listening to hashtag No Filter with Zack Peter. That's me, your naturally platinum blonde pop culture connoisseur. I'm the reality TV junkie, self-improvement addict, and host with only the hottest tea spilled fresh all week long.
You're one of my favorite interviewers.
They picked us because we're horny.
Yeah,
right.
And that's your chronic state.
24/7.
Zack, that is really funny.
From the latest news on the Real Housewives, deep dives into celebrity legal scandals, and unfiltered convos with your favorite stars, I've got you covered. And yes, I always keep receipts. All right, today I have two very special guests. You may recognize them from Gown and Out in Beverly Hills on Prime Video, or as the hosts of the #1 fashion podcast, Undressed. I don't know, maybe I'll be getting undressed with them today. Please welcome Patrik and Paul. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Hey, Zack. Thank you
We're
for having
so excited to be with you. Yay.
Yay! I'm excited. I see all the fashion looks behind you. Hopefully you're going to...
Right.
We're actually at the boutique in Beverly Hills at Rodeo that I've been in for 30 years. So you are actually looking, we're sitting in the back of the store, but that's what it looks like.
Love it. Love it. And the name of the store for everyone to go check out?
My name. It's my name, Paul Atteu, Pollatteu. Instagram, Twitter. Oh, I have Thread now.
Yes, you have Threads.
Oh yeah, everybody's on Thread now. Were you ever on Twitter? Is Threads new for you?
Twitter, you know what I want to say? Can I cuss on this? Fuck Twitter.
What?
Because
I mean, who wasn't on Twitter? Everybody was
Yeah.
on Twitter. But after a while, I think Twitter just lost its luster because of all the commotion. So you just like move on to something new. You know, it's like a relationship.
but I was upset because I had Twitter and I was one of I had almost 250,000 followers on Twitter because I'd really built that before Instagram. And then when Elon Musk took it over last year, somebody stole my account. They hacked my account. They stole it. I never got it back. I've been trying to get it back ever since. And they are selling like financial plans and stuff like that with my face on Twitter.
He was hoping they were selling porn instead, because I mean, seriously.
At least it was porn. It would be,
I know. People, maybe slide into your DMs.
Yeah, well, they'd be sliding everywhere. It'd be on, it'd be great, because then at least you're verified content. It's porn.
It was really frustrating going back and forth trying to get the account back, and I finally just gave it up. And then when Threads came along, I was excited to join, and we joined, and we'll see where it
whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just another platform. Jesus, we need one more platform.
I know.
Zuckerberg just made another billion.
Exactly. And I need one more place to be posting content. We already have 500 of them.
Yes.
So many.
Oh, so
crazy.
But we have new content everywhere we post.
Yeah.
So we don't post the same thing.
Yeah. Well, that's why. But then it's more time consuming because you have to be creative with all the different content that you're putting on each of the different platforms, because you want to make sure you're putting out content, but not just recycling content for the sake of recycling it.
Especially with both of us, because then we have the same life almost, right? So how do you split us separately? And then he's got his own content and I have to have my own content. I mean, everybody follows me more, of course. I mean, look at
They do.
Oh my God, I love it. So
because all the celebrities want my little fingers to go to work for their dresses for all their award shows, so they know who they be nice to.
And Zack, I'm a good pimp. I pimp out my husband for gowns.
As you should. As you should. I mean, you guys made a lot of headlines because you did Sheena's wedding, and then you spilled the tea on what went down at Sheena's wedding with Raquel and Tom.
But we didn't know we were spilling tea because we were just like, yeah, it happened. Okay, so we saw it. And everybody thought, oh, yeah, crock of shit. They're just lying.
And then it's crazy because I saw yesterday that Sheena had her wedding planner, Shelby, on.
Yes, she's great.
And she backed up basically what we've been saying from all along.
Yeah. So can you reshare for people that haven't tuned in yet or just caught clips a bit of what you actually saw at Sheena's wedding?
Okay, so you were working on her gown in the bridal suite.
I was downstairs in the bridal suite, and then the boys had their own room, the girls had their own room, and then Sheena was in one room, but before Sheena got there, Patrik and I went there to be able to set up the whole room so that she would walk in and be like, oh, we're getting married. Oh, my dress. Oh, my deal.
It was stunning. Stunning.
Like all of that stuff. Because I like to, do a presentation for them since we were boutique. And then he needed something. As we were putting things together, he had to go upstairs to the room to get something.
Yeah, I think it was scissors. I can't remember exactly what it was he needed me to get. I come down the elevator. I look off to the side. I see Tom and Raquel kissing. There's like the cave rock walls out towards the other side of the bridal suite, and I saw them there. And we discussed it. And we're like, well, we're not going to say anything to Sheena. It's her day.
Yeah.
Like we're going to like it. And it just didn't make sense.
But what do you tell Sheena that your friends are fucking each other? Like that's what they do. But hey, it's nothing weird.
So how familiar were you with like Tom and Raquel? Did you kind of just know them through the show? Did you know them casually? Had you met them much before?
Of course.
Well, we met them, but you know what? We never watched the show. So I didn't know like the exact characters and who's sleeping with who. I just knew that everybody was sleeping with everybody on the show.
Yeah.
But we know them outside the show.
Yeah.
So it makes a difference because when you're watching the show and you don't know them, you follow the storyline.
Right.
But then when you know them in real life, you're friends with them. So you take things in a different context than you would otherwise when you're watching the show. I mean, on our show, can you believe that I'm a real bitch? I mean, seriously, they make me out to be a bitch. On Down and Out, I'm like this raving bitch.
Yes.
Do I look like a raving bitch? No. If you know I'm not.
Well, that's debatable sometimes. But no, I mean, we talked about it, and at first I thought it was maybe Schwartz because not the night before, but the 2 days before there was a white party.
Yeah.
And they had set the whole thing up where Tom Schwartz was kissing Raquel at our table. We were at the table.
Yeah.
We had the best table at the party, and then Bravo producers came and kicked us out of the table, moved us to the back, and they used that to film the kiss with Schwartz and Raquel.
We went from being in the front to being the backdrop. Exactly.
Yeah. And so I thought, okay, maybe it's just more like producer bullshit. And then I was like, okay, is it Schwartz? No, it's not. We talked about it several times. I guess we didn't really know the extent or what was really happening
going on
until after the fact.
Until we got back.
Yeah. And when I got back, we did a podcast with David Yontif.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about Sandoval and Raquel kissing. I don't think that ever made it into the podcast, though. We talked about it, I think, when we were
but
before.
it was in the very early stages, and the show hadn't even aired yet. So we're like, oh, yeah, so-and-so was with so-and-so, and they were like with so-and-so. Right. But it was like nonchalant because we didn't know the extent of what was really, really happening.
Right. Yeah. And one of the questions Yontif asked me was like, well, do you think it was a producer thing? And then we're like, well, yeah, I think so. Because first it was Tom and Schwartz and Raquel, then it was Sandoval and Raquel. So it just, to us, it was just more made up producer stuff is what we thought.
And you've been on set, Zack, so you know when they're talking to each other in their little earpiece, you don't really hear. And suddenly you see them rush, and then and the next thing you know, they're stopped. And the next thing you know, there's the new set being delivered, and you're like, okay, they're up to something, but whatever.
Yeah.
We were there for Sheena. We were there for her wedding. We wanted to celebrate this moment with her and Brock and the family. I mean, we know Raquel from when she was engaged to James.
Yeah,
they'd been to all our parties at the boutique.
Yeah.
So they used to come together to the parties at our store. So, and we know them because they used to live 2 floors down from
our hairstylist
from Christoph.
Yeah.
So when COVID hit, we used to go to the house to get our hair done. Because, God forbid, we got our roots showing. I mean, there's no way that we would allow that to happen. We'd go to the house.
And one of the things, too, is during COVID, when nobody could get masks or anything, we started making masks out of all this designer material fabric that he had, because no one was going to buy it. Who's going to buy a $10,000 gown?
Yeah.
When the world is shut down. So we started taking all this expensive fabric and making it into masks. And we were like dropping them off to all of our friends, which are celebrities. I mean,
James and Raquel, they're all on the list of them. Yes.
James was one of the first people we gave a mask to, and then Sheena, and we were giving them out to everybody. So that was kind of interesting.
I mean, and look at where we're at now. I mean, if anything, it's really made Vanderpump the #1 show right now.
I know.
I mean, I have to say though, they've really, to think that they've gone through such a beautiful life and that friendship that they've built through these years, but it's sad that it's hurt so many people to the core.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, seeing it from the outside is one thing, but being a part of it and now recognizing how, if you're so intimate with them, to know that a person in your friend group can just go ahead and step out and screw everybody over and not give a shit, that bothers me.
It's pretty tough. It is pretty tough. And especially because they started this journey all together as, not famous, not knowing anything, not knowing the industry, just working it
Like
for Lisa.
Sheena and Tom Sandoval were one of the OGs.
Yeah, Sheena used to, she was the hostess at Villa Blanca.
Up the street.
That's how we met her first, years before the show even happened. So it's kind of interesting how it's all kind of come together.
I guess just a reference, I've been at my boutique for almost 30 years now at Rodeo Drive. So if these walls could talk, well, they do. So there's a lot of info right here.
Well, I mean,
he's like their therapist.
As it is, you guys always get so much info out of people on your podcast, Undressed. How's that going?
Oh my God.
It's actually called Undressed with Paul and Patrik, and it's going really well. We never thought we would do a podcast, but we're having fun doing it. We really are.
Can I say, Zack, that I love this more than Gowning Out in Beverly Hills?
What?
Because I don't have to sew. I don't have to do anything. I just have to sit there and talk out of my ass. I love this. It's like a whole new day.
And you guys are great at it. You are so conversational, and you get people to open up, and you get them to talk about some tea, or you get them to open up about their personal lives. And you guys have got a good thing going.
You know what I think really works for our podcast is the fact that they're all our friends.
Yeah.
They're genuine with us. They open up and share. And our set is upstairs, actually.
At the boutique.
Upstairs, our balcony upstairs.
Yeah, it's right up there.
That's where our set is.
Yeah.
And what happens is, because they come in, we're doing a dress, we're working on, the textures and the layers and the colors and the details and putting together the event that they're going to be going to and the feeling that they have in order for them to represent.
Basically, you're like their therapist.
So,
they do 2-hour fittings they do 2 hours of talking and therapy and 30 minutes of a fitting.
Because they want to share and they know it's a safe space.
Yeah.
And when they talk to us, they know it's not going to go anywhere.
Right.
I mean, the podcast is just another extension of being able for them to feel comfortable to know that they're there with their friends and they're sharing just whatever it is, and they feel safe and comfortable to share.
Yeah. And they talk to us. I mean, they do. They're our friends, and they come in, and some of the stuff they tell us is pretty, but they're telling us on the air. So, we're going to release it in the show.
They know that too. I mean, Tracy was here.
Oh, Tracy Tudor.
Yeah.
Her episode drops tomorrow, actually.
Her episode drops tomorrow, actually. And it's, oh my God.
Is it?
And then I think next week we have Abby Lee Miller dropping.
Nichelle was last week, or we skipped a week, I guess, because of 4th of July.
Nichelle Turner from Entertainment Tonight.
And she had opinions. That girl, she had opinions. Because, on ET, she's got a script to stick to.
Yeah.
But with us, she was like, let me tell you the way it is.
Mention it all.
Exactly. No teleprompter here.
I know, right? Niecy Nash is scheduled to come in.
Yeah.
So we've got like a whole lineup. We're booked 2 months in advance, actually.
That's amazing.
And we love it.
Yeah, we're having fun. We're really having fun. I'm glad people are enjoying it.
How long have you been doing your podcast?
I've been doing mine for 8 years now.
Oh my God.
And was it by accident, or is it something planned, or?
Sort of. I mean, 8 years ago, nobody really knew what podcasting was. Like, it was so new and foreign. And I kind of just did it by chance because there was the studio and they're like, we're trying to get people to do podcasts. And I was like, I don't know what a podcast is. I was like, I'm an on-camera talent. I'm not just voice. Because that was before video podcasts were a thing. And they're like, just give it a try. Beautiful. Yeah, they're like, just give it a try and, see how it goes. And I did. And here we are 8 years later, and it's going well. And it's grown so much and evolved so much. And, it's been great.
And you're having fun doing it, right?
And
that's important.
Love it. I love it so much. I mean, if somebody could have told me 10 years ago, before I even considered it, that this would be my job and I'd talk into a microphone and have conversations with people and that's what pays my bills. Like, that's insane to me. Like, it's crazy how much our world has evolved with this whole new media culture where we have podcasts and Instagram and social media, and now we have threads.
I know,
but I can tell you that the ones that last, and the only reason why I thought that it could be good for us if we did it, is the fact that we're authentic with our guests. Yeah, we're truthful with the information. We say it the way it is. It's our opinion, but at the same time, we're not out to bash, hurt, or change the course of what is happening, because we don't want to be that voice. Right. We want to be the uplifting. We want to energize. We want to inspire.
We get so many celebrities in here. And can I tell you a little bit of tea?
Tim, give me some tea, Patrik.
Which one?
Okay, so he's doing.
I don't know.
He's doing the new housewife of Dubai. Oh yeah. Her opening credits gown.
Ooh.
She has not been announced yet.
She hasn't been announced yet.
Fucking spectacular.
She's beautiful.
He did the chapter dress for the new Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Oh.
She's not announced yet. So he's been pimping. I've been pimping him out really good.
I also did a dress for Trish. She's a world.
Trish Cheatham. She's world fashion, fitness, beauty competition. She's doing it this week.
Yeah, she's going to Dallas on Thursday, and I hope she brings on the crowd.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I mean, these women, I love these women.
Yeah.
Can I say I love these women? Because they're so amazing. I mean, they're taking care of kids, they're taking care of husbands, they're taking care of boyfriends, they're taking care of households, they're taking care of businesses. Like, they're just doing amazing things. And it's so inspirational to know that they're coming to me, they're seeking me out to say, you know what, Paul, I love your art. I want to be able to showcase that. I want to be able to wear it, and you give me confidence and build me up.
They do. So and it's amazing. Exciting. Zach, let me ask you, of course, you're a Golden Girls fan, right? You watch Golden Girls?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because everybody does. So Betty White, that was one of Paul's clients and one of our very dear friends. The whole show, our TV show, Gowning Out in Beverly Hills, really came into idea by when Betty White came into our boutique, and we almost killed Betty White.
How did you almost kill Betty White?
Oh my God.
That's a big secret. So Paul was doing a fitting for her, and it was really funny. She had pins.
Wait, I'm gonna say the story, because just shut up.
Okay, so I'm shutting up.
We're standing right here in front of the mirror in that's the dressing room back there, obviously. Yeah. So she's standing there. We're doing the fitting for her. And I said, Betty, be careful, because I have a lot of pins in here. Yeah. The whole bodice was ruched, and it was being held by pins to make sure that she got to see the muslin, and she was able to be happy with the way the flow of the fabrics and the textures were. Yeah. So I said, just make sure that, keep your arms down so that you don't have to hurt yourself. Well, I had lace on the other shoulder, so she reaches over to hold up the lace, because she's so sweet. Yeah. She's just like that, right? I mean, it's just a natural reaction. Yeah. So she pulls up her arm to hold up the sleeve. Next thing you know, she puts her hand back down, and I'm seeing, and it's a turquoise gown. Yeah. One of the most famous gowns he made. Silk chiffon turquoise. And you could see everything through. I see these red droplets all over.
Blood starts dripping down.
And I'm thinking to myself, Jesus, I didn't incorporate anything red onto this turquoise gown yet.
Oh, no.
I look up at Betty, and I'm like, Betty, what's going on? And I lift her arm, and I see blood coming down.
Oh, no.
I thought her arms.
See, and then my first instinct would have been, oh, she's on her period.
Yeah.
Of course.
She may have been.
Maybe.
She was in menopause.
Paul's like, quick, go get some bandages. Get some bandages.
Oh, no.
First, I told her, I said, spread your arms open, because I cannot have any blood on the silk, because I can't wipe it off. Right. Yeah. This is pure silk. It's going to be impossible, and I can't redo it. We only have a few days left to the awards show. Yeah. So I told Patrik, I said, go get some napkins right now.
So I ran back. I couldn't find any bandages, no napkins. The only thing I could find was a roll of toilet paper. So I run back with a roll of toilet paper. I start wrapping her arms with toilet paper.
Oh, no.
She's spread like this, like on a cross, spread eagle.
She looked like Jesus.
And then her publicist is like, oh my God, she's on Coumadin, which is a blood thinner. So we're like,
no.
oh,
Yeah. So here she is. Her arms are wide open. She's got white toilet paper all over.
Oh my
And the
God.
toilet paper, I think it was from Costco. It wasn't even anything like spectacular, you know?
So I'm thinking, okay, so the next time she came in for the fitting, I'm like, okay, I'm going to film our fittings. So we started filming our fittings and then turned it into a YouTube show. We put it on YouTube. It got millions and millions and millions of hits.
Yeah, well,
And then-
if you try to kill Betty White, I think you're going to get millions of
So the next thing we know, we're on Prime Video, Amazon Prime Video, and now we're into our 4th season. And we just got nominated 2 American Reality TV Awards, and we won 4 Telly Awards.
Amazing.
That's how the show happened.
Yeah, last week
We thank
won
Betty
for
White.
Telly Awards, and we're nominated. So we'll see if we win.
Yes. Actually, Zach, can we tell your listeners they can go to vote the artists, artas.com, and they can vote for our 2 categories till July 20th. Art
Okay.
director and reality TV moment. I put my facelift on national TV, and it became a reality TV moment nomination.
Oh, there we go. What's the website again that people can vote at?
They can either text 40691 and text the word artist, ARTAS, to 40691, or just go to vote.theartist.com.
Vote.
ARTAS.
You don't even have to vote for anybody else. You can just skip all the other ones. Just vote for
Yeah,
us.
just vote for
and then-
us.
And then skip the other ones.
Well, there we go. I'm going to have to vote today, and I'm rooting for you
Yes.
guys. You got
And
this.
you can vote every day.
Okay. All right. I'm going to have to add that. I'm going to add a reminder to my iCal.
Definitely.
Well,
I think it's exciting. It's exciting that we do all the stuff that we do because I think we get to do it together.
yeah.
And I think it kind of
Binds us together
Binds
and
us.
gives us,
Yeah.
something to do.
It's threaded us.
Yeah. So you guys were really close with Anna Nicole Smith, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What were your
yeah.
thoughts? You were in the documentary on Netflix. What were your thoughts of the documentary? I was kind of surprised at how much we learned. And did you guys think that the documentary portrayed her in a good light? Like we got to see parts of her that we maybe didn't see prior?
There's so many parts of Anna Nicole that so many people don't know. And you
Yeah.
can keep saying different parts of it. At this point, we would have, I mean, I knew her before the Anna Nicole show. We were on the show,
Yeah.
the Anna Nicole show. And I started with her right after, it seemed like after Guess. And knowing the parts that they showed on Ursula McFarlane that did the documentary, it took a different direction because it wasn't supposed to be we talked for 2 days. There was so much
Yeah.
information from the book and from our knowledge firsthand as we were present.
Yeah. So, Jack, we wrote the book, Anna Nicole Smith, Portrait of an Icon.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, any of your listeners want to buy the book,
Oh,
they will. We'll sign it. We'll sign it and send it to them. And so when we filmed and did everything that we did with this documentary for Netflix, I really felt after I saw it that it was really, I think they could have done it in 2 parts.
Mhm.
They could have done part 1. They could have done great plug, babe.
No, only because the book has all of our photographs
Yeah.
and our
Mm.
friendship that you'll get to see with intimate things that you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
And they actually got the book, read the book cover to cover, and a lot of the details that you got to see on the Netflix special are part of some of the chapters in the book.
Oh, wow.
But I still feel they should have done it in 2 parts. They should have done part 1, her rise to becoming Anna Nicole Smith.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then part 2 is when we met her after she already was Anna Nicole Smith, because there was so much I feel that was missed from the documentary on the second part of her life when she was Anna Nicole Smith, the celebrity. But that's okay because now they're turning our book into a major motion picture.
Amazing.
We've pegged Lily James to play Anna Nicole Smith.
Wow.
The script is almost, working on the script, and it's going to be, our goal is we're going to tell our story of her as Anna Nicole Smith and our friendship. And as we're doing the movie, we're also going to film a documentary of the making of our movie and reveal a lot more of our friendship in that documentary. So we've got two big projects that are coming up.
That's
honestly,
exciting.
there's only so much you could really convey in
Yeah.
a 2-hour documentary that spans an entire lifetime body of work for any person.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody, I know how much you work, Zack. I mean, everybody does so much. How do you condense it to a 2-hour small little documentary that that the world wants to hear?
But I loved the documentary. I really did. I thought it was done very well. I love Ursula McFarlane's work because she's very cinematic.
Yeah.
The way she films, the way she puts it all together. I really enjoyed it. And I think a lot of people that don't know Anna Nicole, it really opened her up to a whole new generation of people, which is what I'm excited about. Definitely.
The first part that we did the interviews, that was at our home.
Yeah.
That Jeff Lewis designed.
Right.
And then the second part was at the boutique, which is where I was sewing, and the dresses that you saw in the window were Anna Nicole's actual real dresses.
Real dresses. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Those were her.
Yep.
Nobody knows that because we put it behind the glass, but those were her actual gowns. It was her that bitch had a 27-inch waist in that blue dress. I was like,
we have in the most famous dress, which is this one, the gold dress, the G4 Awards. That's where she popped her boob out on stage.
Yeah.
We have that dress on a mannequin in our dining room.
Oh,
so we have dinner with Anna Nicole every night.
Oh my God, I love that.
Come over, Zack. I'll make you some spaghetti. She loves spaghetti.
Armenian
Oh my God.
spaghetti. He makes great Armenian spaghetti.
Ooh, that sounds yummy. I don't think I've ever had Armenian spaghetti.
So good.
Yeah. Come over. I'll make it for you.
Anna loved it. It's really good.
When she was pregnant with Danny Lynn, she stowed we stowed her away at our home so that nobody can find our house.
Yeah.
So she came over and I made spaghetti. She's like, "This is so yummy."
Exactly.
I love it. Well, I mean, it was great seeing you guys at the Bourbon Room. Thank you for coming out to the show. I hope you guys had fun.
It
Oh my
was
God.
fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. It was great to see Lala. I can't believe she couldn't go on stage, but
I mean, that
bravo
was
bitches.
so dramatic and so last minute. I was so hopeful up until the very last minute that we were going to find a way to make it work. And we couldn't, but I was so grateful that she even came and, still took photos and hung out with everybody, which was very sweet.
Yeah, that was nice.
But-
No, she's very sweet. They're all very sweet. I mean, that's because you're a sweet person. So how do you not develop a friendship?
If you go on Twitter, Paul, they may disagree.
What?
We're not on Twitter anymore, bitch. So we're on
Twitter is just all trolls on Twitter. People are so vile on there.
You know what it is? I think when somebody finds or at least has a voice and is able to share it, and you have a very, very specific and accurate count on the way you speak, you're very articulate, you're very intelligent, you're not just talking, you're actually making sense with information that you've acquired, that you fact-checked, and you're able to bring it to your audience. There's a jealousy or an envy out there that it's like, well, how come he gets to do that? But because you've perfected it, you've been doing this for a while, you know what works, and you know what your personality and your boundaries are. And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't understand.
Wait a minute, Paul.
When
Zack has no boundaries.
I don't have any. That's true.
Sorry, I have to clarify that.
You tell me to get undressed and I'll do it on camera. I have no boundaries, and I'm learning. It gets me in trouble so many times. But I'm learning how to respect other people's boundaries.
I do. Zack, do I have boundaries?
Oh, fuck. I don't. I have no boundaries. He has
That's
boundaries.
why we get along, is because none of us have boundaries.
Yes. We're going to Mexico. Funny story. We're going to Mexico on Saturday because my birthday was Sunday of this last week. So we're going to Puerto Vallarta this weekend for a week, and we're staying at Vedanta fabulous
I
resort,
know.
by the way.
He doesn't need to stay at 5-star resorts. He needs to stay at 5 diamond resorts.
Thank you, Vedanta.
Yes. Mr. Upgrade over here.
So my husband's making all these like bathing suits for me because he can do. You should see that the bathing suits are so cute. So
oh my God, I'm gonna make you one. Zach.
I need a bathing suit. Oh my God.
Make you a little
You
speedo.
have
Oh
to see
my
these
God.
little Speedos he made me. They are so cute. He goes, babe, should they be a little longer? I go, no, shorter. No, let them hang out. He goes, but you can see your ass. I go, good. I need to get tanned. I'm good.
Oh my God.
I'm good. Make them short.
So
Make them
much.
skimpy.
Everything's hanging out. Let me tell you. Thank God
Oh
we
my
have our
God.
own jacuzzi and the swimming pool.
Exactly.
Somebody-
We may start our OnlyFans this weekend.
Oh my God. I love it. I'll need to come in and you can make me a custom swimsuit and we'll film it for my YouTube channel.
Love it. Yeah.
You know what you
We'll
should
really show
do is-
people our lack of boundaries.
Well, you're going to show them a lot more than
Yeah.
boundaries. You're gonna show them
Yeah.
to see.
Exactly.
You should come by the store and just hang out here. Do your
I would love
podcast
to.
from here because the people that walk in through those doors, I gotta tell you, oh my God.
Every day it's a new celebrity. It's crazy.
It's something new.
Yeah.
And, if they're having like a lunch across the street, they're like, oh, is Paul here? What's going on? What
Yeah.
are you guys doing? Where's the alcohol? It's like,
I love it.
And before COVID, we used to throw the most amazing parties here. We haven't done one since COVID, but we're going to again.
yeah.
The last party we did here, we did a charity, and we collected like over $100,000 in clothing for the homeless, the LA mission downtown. We had a drone flying inside the boutique, 700 celebrities, 2 red carpets,
Wow.
shut down. It was crazy. Pretty
know.
insane.
I don't know if I could do it again.
Of course we can.
Yes, you can. I have faith in you.
Of course. Everything is open after COVID. Thank
Yeah.
God.
No boundaries is what it's going to be called.
Exactly.
Contracts. Oh,
Nothing wrong with
Jesus.
that.
But it's fun. It's
Yeah.
really fun.
How-
What gossip do you have lately? I want to know.
What gossip?
Give me
do I-
some dirt.
What dirt do you want to know?
I don't know. Like Kim Zolciak.
Oh
they got
my
back together.
God. They're back together.
back
Oh,
together.
they're not back together.
They're
They
back together.
are.
Well,
They went
I
to.
think my-
They've been going to church
Kim-
together.
Yeah, but don't you believe, Zach, that it was all bullshit. It was all fake. I think the whole thing was fake. It was for press to her to bring some big attention to her because suddenly now they're all back together. Everything is great after they got all that press. They got enough press to pay off their bills for a couple weeks.
It was insane. Like the 911 calls and the accusations for them to just immediately be like, okay, we decided to call it off. We're going to church today. I was
Right.
like, what the fuck is happening?
I don't buy
they
it.
probably have to go to church because when that little money thing comes around.
Oh,
you
yeah.
put in $1
They're like,
and you take
we're
20
gonna,
out.
yeah. They're like, we're gonna make some donations. Oops.
Yes.
She's going in with her big Birkin.
Yeah.
She can stuff
To
it
donate
in
to her gambling fund.
I predict next she's going to be on an Ultimate Girls Trip.
maybe not.
Oh,
I think she'll be on an
yes.
Ultimate Girls Trip, and they did this all for publicity.
Smart.
I'm saying it here today.
Why doesn't she
Smart.
just become lesbian like the rest of them?
Like
Why
Kyle.
all just going lesbian?
Like Kyle.
Oh,
What are your
I don't know.
thoughts
We
on the
can't
whole?
talk-
What are your thoughts on the whole Kyle situation with Mauricio?
we love Kyle.
We can't touch the Kyle. I mean, we can't. What did Michelle say? We
cannot confirm or deny.
No. That's not what Michelle said. I refuse to comment on this subject.
Yes.
We know too much. We can't. We're not the right people to ask.
Oh,
We're
now
not the right people.
now we have boundaries, Paul.
Look, I'm in a little square box. Look at this. Look, oh, square box.
Listen, I say be happy. Life is too fucking short. So whatever you need to do to make yourself happy, be happy. I
agree.
will say though that a lot of these producers and a lot of these production companies and these networks, they tear couples apart. It's
Yeah.
not easy to film. And like whatever we're filming, they're always trying to break us up.
I don't know.
Always.
Zach, why do they want to break us up? I don't
The
understand.
drama.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The drama of it
But
all.
what-
That's it. Yeah. They don't care.
But we
they-
have more drama when we're together. They're broken up. We've got nothing. We break up. Nothing.
Listen, I think I think what Bethany said about Kyle and Mauricio was probably the best thing I've heard any of them come out and say, and that's that they've been together for 27 years, and that in and of itself is an accomplishment, whether they find a way back to each other, work things out, decide to separate. The fact that they were even able to stay together for 27 years and be on reality television for over a decade and have their marriage on that show for over a decade, that in and of itself is such a huge accomplishment. And we should be looking at it as what a beautiful love story. They built this family together. They built this life together. We don't know what the future is going to hold for them. They may find a way back to each other or not. But, you know, we should celebrate what they've accomplished, because sometimes something's not always meant to last forever, but that doesn't take away from the fact that it was still really good for a really long time. And we built something strong with that for so long.
100%. I was watching today with the Today Show, and they were talking about Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, and oh my God, that is getting so ugly and so nasty. And I don't get it. If you're with somebody all this time, you have kids with them, you build a life with them, why does it have to end so messy?
Yeah.
Maybe people fall out of love. Maybe they don't have to be together forever. I mean, we've been together 20 years.
I told you better never fucking divorce me.
He'll kill me before we divorce. When you find my body in a ditch, you know that means we were meant for divorce.
There will never be a divorce here. You know why? Because I will tie this bitch up, put him in the tower, give him one little sandwich a day, and say, have you changed your mind yet? There is no divorce here.
He will, Zach. You heard this words today.
It.
Yes.
But you know
this
what
is going to be played in court once you go missing, Patrik.
Thank you.
No, he has a GPS on his ass. We'll know where he's at. We'll know which tower he's residing in.
Oh my God.
But I feel like I think people these days should celebrate more of each other. Celebrate the accomplishments, celebrate all the challenges and the hurdles that a relationship, number one, has to go through. Reality TV tests you.
It does.
Children that you raise are going to put you through. All the businesses that you hold and the kind of company you keep and the friendships that you develop through the time. People should recognize that in itself, to stay where you are, is harder than to attain it. And a lot of people don't recognize, they think that just because you have money, you're set. Just because you're pretty, it's good. And you have things handed to you. No, bitch. I work every day. You know, just because I'm rich, I still need to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, put my face on, and get to my private jet to get to my destination. You know, and there's traffic out there sometimes to get to the nice airport. It's hard.
But you know what I think it's sad in the day and this age of reality TV, and it didn't just start now. It's always been that way. The Anna Nicole Show, I'll tell you a secret about the Anna Nicole Show. They made Anna look so bad on that show, like she was disorganized, disheveled, didn't know shit, was always out of it, but they would always trick her. And I used to say the producers would mentally mind fuck her. They would give her a call time and say that we're going to be coming at 10 o'clock, right, to film. Then they would show up with cameras at 6 o'clock in the morning so that she looks like she just rolled out of bed. They would get the reaction. They got the reaction that they wanted. That was the organic reaction. That produced. That's what they do. They're making a show. They're making something entertaining. And people that are watching it are entertained and excited by it, but they don't understand that the people like us and other people that are on the other sides of the camera that are being filmed, it's not easy. It's not easy to really navigate those cameras and everything in your face.
It's a delicate balance for sure.
It is.
It's a delicate balance because like you said, we have no boundaries. And when that camera starts rolling, the only place they don't follow you in, although our little microphones do, is in a bathroom. So they're like, let me turn you off at least for some privacy, which is there is none.
Right.
And you're able to get to share with the world all that you are. And we signed up for it. We love it. We enjoy it. And we do it together. So we feel that when the cameras are on, we're the same as when the cameras are off. And I feel most people saw it that way and see the genuine nature that you are. They won't come at you on Twitter because you don't.
No, they still come at you on Twitter. No, they still come at you on Twitter.
Because
I think because that
He doesn't read it. I do.
No, and I think it's because that authenticity triggers people. You know, they can't be themselves. So when they see somebody else being fully themselves unapologetically, I think it triggers them. And that's why they feel like they need to be nasty.
Yeah, I agree 100%. But I also think it's, you know, everybody has the right to create their own destiny. Yeah. And if they don't have the bravery to step out of where they are and pursue something that they really want, then you can't, you know, I can't apologize for them, and they can't, you know, you can't have sympathy for them because they've chosen not to walk on that, you know, on that cliff and jump off and go for what they want. It's not easy. It's not easy. It really isn't.
No, I mean, when we were taping, we weren't really taping. Well, when we were there at Sheena's wedding, and we were on several episodes, people called us and they go, "You were at the wedding? You know Sheena?" I'm like, "Oh my God, was this you?"
Yeah.
Like, do you not know that I know?
Yeah.
Do you not know that I know so and so and so and so and so and so? It's like, but they forget, and then they're like attacking you for things that they don't really know us for.
Right.
And I'm like, you know what? Take the time to get to know who these characters are. We're not just characters. We're real people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're real people. We're just living our life in a different medium.
Yeah. I used to sit with Anna Nicole Smith because Anna's the one, I will tell you, that taught me what a Google alert was. That's how smart she was. Back when this was like 16, 17 years ago, I was with her and she was on her computer and I kept seeing all these ding, ding, ding. Remember we had America Online back then. You probably I don't even know if you were even born, Zach. Jesus. Anyway, so how old are you?
I'm 30. You were at my 30th birthday.
Okay, you were like
birthday.
You were in high school, but I didn't know it was 30. Jesus. Anyway, you were in high school. She used to sit there and I would see all these dings come through on her computer on America. I'm like, "Anna, what is this?" She goes, "Oh, those are Google alerts." I'm like, "What?" She goes, "You go," and she showed me, you put your name in and then you'll get an alert of what she would look on the, you know, see what Rex was saying about her every day, and just cry at how horrible people were to her in the press, and they didn't really know her, which was really sad. People judge and they're really quick to pass judgment without really getting to know you.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a question, Zach. Who would you want to meet that you haven't met yet?
Who would I want to meet?
Somebody that you like want to interview or meet or hang out with, or.
You know, I would love to meet Gwyneth Paltrow. I find her so fascinating. I'm such a goop lover, and I'm so into like all the crazy goopy wellnessy stuff that I would love to meet Gwyneth Paltrow.
She would be a good one. Yeah, she would be a good one. Yeah, she would.
I want to have
She's very.
I want to have some martinis with her and let her guard down and get the best. You know, I want to hear about her sex dungeon with Brad Falchuk.
Yes. Okay. They have to have one, right?
They have
American
to have
Horror
one.
Story, they have to have one. There's no fucking way they don't.
No. Or Kim Kardashian. I would love Kim Kardashian.
Right?
So smart, so savvy, so like the empire that Kim has built for herself. I would pick Kim over Gwyneth. Gwyneth, I just find her so fascinating, but Kim, I just feel like there's so much more there.
I agree. Who would you like to fuck?
It's so funny. I've been so like out of my own. I just started dating again for the first time in a really long time. Like I've been so off the market. And I just had sex for the first time in a really long time that it was just like, I'm like re-finding my sexuality. Who would I want to fuck? That's a really good question. Who do I find so hot right now? I mean, Ryan Gosling is having his moment in the Barbie world.
Yeah, he's pretty hot, right? Looks good.
Yeah, he does look good.
He's always been hot.
Yeah, he has.
I
remember when it was.
Give me somebody that's like, like you've been dreaming about. Like, you had to pass. Like, who would that be?
That I've been what do you mean? That's not a celebrity.
That just gets it just gets your motor running. Like you're like, damn, every time I see that guy, there's just something about that man.
I know who mine is.
Who's yours?
Can I say it? You're gonna attack me.
Oh my God.
No, never mind.
I'm gonna leave my life.
Who is
Hugh
it?
Jackman.
Oh, Hugh Jackman.
God.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman's so fucking hot. Boy from Oz, so hot.
He's not that hot.
Pretty hot.
That's only because
No, you can't even say
I'm gonna
this.
tell you a story.
No, you're
No,
not.
I'm
You are
gonna tell-
not going to say this on the
Yes,
air. Oh my
I'm so
God.
gonna- Hugh. Okay, so we're in New York.
Uh-huh.
We love to go to Broadway. We went to The Boy from Oz. We saw the whole play. It was gorgeous. He was amazing in it. I mean, the performance was excellent. Like so good.
Yeah.
And we left. And when we walked out, you know how a lot of the theater goers, fans, and autograph seekers are all on the different sides of Broadway when they're going to open up the doors for all the actors to exit. So there's a limo parked right there on the
I
sidewalk
can't believe
where
you're
the
saying
doors, and they've got it cordoned off. It's really, really wide, and there's at least 500 people on either side of the rope, right?
Yes.
We're on the other side of the limo, and I'm kind of a little, on the petite side, so I'm not as tall,
Yeah.
as Mr. 6'2.5" over here.
Yes.
So he's towering over the limo so he can see straight through. And I'm like, kind of like pulling my hair up on my tippy toes, trying to see what's going on. I'm like, okay, well, let's keep walking. He goes, no. Let's just see if Hugh comes out. Like, we don't know who's going to be coming out.
He does.
Well, Hugh Jackman does come out, looking so fine. Looking
So fine. Oh my
so
God.
exceptionally fit, and is like talking to everybody, really sweet, taking pictures, doing autographs. And he's not even interested in coming to the limo
Yeah.
until he lays eyes on this one.
Me.
They connect. I don't know how.
We did.
I mean, I don't know what happened. And he reaches over, like from afar, and goes and signals him to come over.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself,
True story.
is he talking to, like, who's he talking to? Like, it can't be like any of us,
Me.
right?
Blondie.
There's too many millions of people here. So guess what happens? Security actually makes an entire aisleway.
The Red Sea parts.
All these people are starting to part for him to walk through to get to Hugh Jackman.
I did.
And it's like E.T. Hugh Jackman is reaching out. This one's reaching the
Yeah.
other way. And I'm like holding on to his belt loop behind him as people are closing in. I'm like, excuse me. This is my husband.
Oh my
Hold on,
God.
I'm trying to get through. Oh my God. I have to tell you.
My biggest regret, I didn't get to go home and fuck Hugh Jackman. Sorry.
What did
Had the
Hugh Jackman?
opportunity.
What did he want? Why was he calling you over?
Me. To go home with them.
he wanted him in the limo to
Yeah.
go off.
And I
And then he
was faithful.
And he turns over. He turns over to Hugh and he goes, like, he points at me.
Yeah.
I'm like, little.
I have a boyfriend.
And he's like,
Years ago.
Um,
Yeah.
he was so disappointed.
My biggest regret in our 20 years together, I could have went home with Hugh Jackman.
Oh my gosh. I mean, was he not down for a threesome?
Oh my God, I have boundaries.
Listen,
God.
I love a good threesome. A good threesome on a good night is always a good time.
You know what? We should have done a threesome.
Well, let's call him. Oh, now.
Oh my God. That is my biggest regret.
Oh my God.
Why
I
is
love
it?
it.
Because that would have been amazing sex.
Oh my God, how do you know?
It would have been a great.
So you're telling me
It
we're
would
not
have.
having amazing sex?
No, we're having great sex, but
It would have at
great,
least
not
been a great story.
amazing.
Are you kidding?
Amazing sex.
Oh my God.
What if
You know
he?
what?
What if it was? What if
We
it
fuck all the
wasn't?
time.
What if it wasn't great sex? Like, what if it was like really bad? At least it would be a good story.
Right.
Yeah, but then the ending would be like,
No, because then the
I
don't
story
know.
would have gotten so
It'd
much
be-
easier.
it wouldn't be so climatic.
We have a lot of sex. We do.
That's because your mind's always on Hugh Jackman.
It is not.
Are we? How often are we having sex? Daily after 20 years?
Yeah, probably daily.
No, at least
Daily, every other day, maybe a couple times a day sometimes.
Is that
Well,
what do you guys seem like you have such a healthy relationship, which is like especially rare in the gay world. What do you think has been the key to like keeping it hot?
I never say no.
He never says no, and we're
I
fun,
never say no.
but we're fun and we're adventurous.
When it comes to sex, you should never deny your partner intimacy,
Yeah.
ever. It's not just sex, it's intimacy, because you want that connectivity, you want that romance, you want the first day that he laid eyes on you to be every time he sees you.
Yeah.
You want that to always be present in your relationship, to always be a part of the world you're in. Because I don't understand why a lot of the gays, or even in the straight world, they all want to tear each other up. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why do you just need to have sex with us? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like, can we just go to dinner and have a meal and share stories and ideas and get to know each other? Why does it have to be sex? Like, why? Like, I don't need to be a notch on your belt. I know you've slept with all of West Hollywood.
Yeah.
Me being with you means I have to be the same, and I'm not interested in that. I have an amazing partner who fulfills me, doesn't just satisfy me, but fulfills me emotionally, fulfills me spiritually, fulfills me when it comes to intimacy. And it's just, it has to be rounded. I don't want to go elsewhere looking for anything. I just don't. And if I don't have it in him, we have a conversation and I say, you know what, babe? I really would like this to be a little more pronounced. I really would like this to be something that I think I feel like I need. I'm not sure. And you want to be able to work together to try to identify what it is, because we're doing a journey, like we're going on a journey. And I want that journey to be as satisfying and fulfilling for him as it is for me. And he chose me, I chose him. Now it's up to us to make it work.
And we do. And we're very sporadic too. Whenever, we have fun all the time. We could just be like, we were on the train in Peru and suddenly we're fucking.
No, I don't want to tell you when he was trying on his little skimpy speedos in the dressing room.
What? Oh my God.
But I mean, don't you feel that to be something that should be respected by all humans?
Yeah, I think the older I'm getting, the more like interested in that connection and that intimacy. Like, I think that's even why I stopped like just having sex for a while. Like, I feel like it's so much like I need to have a connection with people, rather than, I mean, listen, there's always time for fun to have fun, but I just feel like I value that connection and that intimacy a lot more. Okay, so there was a recent situation. So like I said, I took myself off the market, but there was a guy that came in out of nowhere. He kind of just, and I did not like him at first, but we ended up really hitting it off. And then I don't know, he kind of pursued me a little bit at first, and then it kind of like became a little bit of a vibe, and then it kind of stopped really cold, and then we ended up developing a friendship recently. But I just kind of realized, one, I think it helped me get back on the horse, but I also feel like it helped me realize like he wasn't really giving me what I know I deserved. And I don't know, it kind of made me do a lot of inner reflection and figure out what it is that I want. And I want somebody that is going to choose me. I heard you guys say that like you're choosing each other. And I think that's I think what I'm looking for right now is a connection and somebody that I can build with, not somebody that's just like, a good lay that,
But see, when you have the intimacy, I feel like the sex is a different aspect.
Yeah.
It's like having dinner. You're having Chinese food, you're in Mexican food, you want to have Japanese, you want to have an American burger, but it doesn't mean you have to go to different places for that. You have to be with you take that same person to those restaurants. You want to be able to be with that person, then enjoy all the other things that you can explore with each other. Because I also think that the safety of the exploration is so much fun. The journey is so much fun. And the intensity and the connectivity that you end up with because of that, as long as it's mutual, then it makes for a great, connection. Like Ricky Martin and the husband.
They're getting a divorce.
They're getting a divorce, and they're like, oh,
well, he's with a porn star now.
He's like, he's with the porn star. Like, honey, that porn star has been in their relationship for a while, because that's how
he thinks that they had a three-way with the porn star.
Dude, I mean,
that's seriously.
What he thinks. You don't end up with a porn star because you hired him a couple of times and he's looking to put another notch on his belt.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Nothing against the porn star, good for you, but seriously.
But you just have to keep your life and your love and your sex fresh and fun and interesting, or else if it gets boring, then you know what I mean? It's like once a week we'll just open up the gay Kama Sutra, close our eyes and pick a page, and that's what we're doing that night. That's the special once a week, that we just pick one and we try it. And you have to just be adventurous and fun and do some crazy shit.
But you know what? Everybody deserves intimacy. And I don't think a lot of people understand what intimacy is.
I think a lot of people are afraid of intimacy.
I think you're right.
Maybe. Why do you think they're afraid of intimacy though?
Because if they have to go intimate, then they have to allow themselves to be seen. And I think people don't. They want to be seen, but they're afraid that if you see me, you're going to leave me. People don't want that rejection. They don't want that abandonment. They don't want to not feel chosen.
Or do they want to be seen on their own terms?
Well, I think if you're seen on your own terms and you're hiding parts of yourself, you're hiding the shadow, right? You're not showing everybody the bad and ugly sides of you because you're afraid if you see the bad and ugly sides of me, they're not going to choose to stay with me because it's going to scare people off.
And there's definitely no filter.
No.
And the lights are
Yeah. That's why I show all of me. I put it on. I'm like, listen, this is what it is. Take it or leave it. And so far, nobody's taken it.
You know what, though?
I'm still on the shelf. I'm about to go on the clearance rack soon. I'm still on the shelf.
You would never go on the clearance rack. And if you do...
Well, it is Amazon Prime Day.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Have a sale.
Order Zack. What's your ultimate, what do you think makes for, your ultimate person? What is it that you think you're looking for that you...
Yeah, what's your checklist?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I haven't done a checklist in a while. I mean, I want somebody that can make me... I want somebody that will actively choose me and somebody that can just make me feel safe. And somebody that I can build a future with, right? I want somebody that's bold and ambitious and wants more than what they currently have. That's grateful for what you have, but also wants more because that's kind of where I'm at. I'm very grateful for where I'm at and what I have, but I want to experience so much more, and I want to accomplish so much more. And so I just want somebody that will ride the roller coaster with me. I don't need you to drive it. I don't need you to do anything but hold my hand and ride it with me through the ups and the downs, and we get to a good, fun destination. Who knows where it's going to take us, but I just want somebody, that's willing to ride with me.
See, I wish more people would see it the way you just described it.
Yeah.
Because it's not getting to the destination.
Yeah.
Because there's so many detours along the way that you're going to stop and take in, like the scenic route. You're going to stop over, you're going to pull over, and you're going to look at the valley.
Yep.
And you want that journey to be with someone special that you can feel safe with.
Yeah.
And enjoy.
And I think not enough people really think about the values of that person, right? We think he needs to be 6'5" and preferably, have nice pecs or have a 401k or, has a good job. And those are great metrics to have, right? But I feel when it comes down to it, I feel those values are what's really going to matter. Because I mean, you can lose a 401k, you can lose your pecs, you can get a belly, so many of those superficial things.
Oh God, no belly. Ozempic in. No belly. Shoot yourself up immediately.
But my point is that all of those things can change and can fade, but at the end of the day, who the person is what you're stuck with.
Right.
And if that person, if you guys share those common values and you share those same ambitions, then I feel you can continue to actively choose each other and grow together and be able to say no to Hugh Jackman when he calls you over, but you have a man.
Fuck. Yes, I know.
I can honestly say he chose me over Hugh.
Yeah.
I did.
Even though he regrets.
That's why I never say no, because I know he's got his number. That was
I love it. Paul, Patrik, thank you guys so much for coming on the podcast today. This was so much fun. You guys truly have no filter. We got to really just dish.
We love you, Zack.
Yes.
Thank you for having us. This was great. Long time coming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll have to come be on ours.
Yeah,
Yes.
you got to become on ours because I need to drill you about this man now.
Oh no, I know. Once I said it, I was like, oh fuck, I was like, hold on, put the words back in. Yeah, we'll see.
So one of the things Paul does on our podcast every week is he reads our celebrity guests Armenian coffee cup grinds.
Ooh,
And he
I would
tells
love
them
that.
what's in store for them. Yeah, it's very cool. And he's fucking accurate 100% all the time.
You should listen to Tracy's.
Yeah.
Scooter.
Okay.
Oh my God, she was like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Like every single one that I've done so far have come out. Like I did
True.
Adrian
Everything.
Maloof's.
All of them.
I did
Sheena's.
Tracy. I did Sheena's. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
Like every single one I've done, they're like, what?
Yeah.
No, wait a minute. That can't be.
It's crazy.
Like it's coming true. So I don't know.
Yeah.
You'll have
Awesome.
to come on and take a little sip and see where it goes.
Yes.
All right, listen, I'm good at spilling the tea, but I'll take a sip too.
There you go.
You'll spill the tea while you're drinking your Armenian coffee.
There we go.
Exactly.
I love it. Thank you guys so much.
All right.
And your
Thanks,
podcast,
Zach.
your
Thank
podcast
you.
is Undressed with Paul and Patrik, and then you guys also have
Yep.
Down and Out in Beverly Hills on Amazon Prime Video. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. And everyone needs to go vote for you. Can you remind everybody what the number is now that they've fallen in love with
Yes, you can text 406. Oh, I'm sorry. Text 40691. Text the word artist, ARTAS, or go to vote.theartist.com.
you. Awesome.
And we have two categories: reality TV moment and art direction.
And if anybody ever wants to come say hello, we're at the boutique all day. Come visit us.
Yeah, if you need a gown, send them here.
There
Yeah.
we go. Oh my God. I love them. They are so funny, so unfiltered, and just such a blast. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Patrik. Please, guys, go and catch Undressed with Paul and Patrik. They are such a hoot, and hopefully I do get to do their podcast soon because they were a lot of fun. If you want to keep up with me, you can always keep up with me at Just Plain Zack all over the internet. You can catch the podcast at No Filter with Zack on the Instagram. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button on your way out if you enjoyed the content. And if you want more, hit that little bell button. That way you get those notifications coming in. You always get the tea fresh. Hot and fresh. Oh, I almost sang R. Kelly's Ignition, and then I realized that's probably we're not allowed to sing that anymore, right? But it's such a good song. It's not remixed to Ignition. Okay, I won't do it. Thank you guys for listening to #NoFilter with Zack Peter. New podcast episodes drop every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on all podcast platforms, so subscribe if you're enjoying the show. Go leave me a nice Apple Podcast review. I love you, and I'll talk to you guys later. All right, love you, mean it. Ciao for now. Bye. Bye.